Hi everybody, John Bryant here with another real estate tip. I wanted to do a short video to address some of the biggest concerns that I see that many home buyers have about the process of looking at homes for sale. Occasionally I will receive telephone calls from home buyers who say, I'm going to go look at some homes, and I will say, sure, let me send you some paperwork, we can set up a consultation and get the process started. And they will interrupt me and say, I don't want to do all that. I just want to go look at some houses. And I've actually had one person tell me that showing homes was my job. So I decided perhaps it's time to do a short video to explain the process on how we go about doing this. People wanting to look at homes will fall into one of two legal categories. Group number one are people who want to see my home listings in which I'm the listing agent, and typically my sign is out front. I'm required to provide that buyer with a written disclosure that I represent the seller and that the buyer is not represented. The second group are my buyer clients. These are people who retain me as their agent to assist them in the purchase of a home. This all starts with initial consultation. The initial consultation can be at my office or on the telephone. Then, if we choose to move forward, we would then execute the buyer-broker agreement. One of the questions I have about this is, how much is my brokerage fee? My brokerage fee is typically paid by the listing agent, which is pre-negotiated with the seller when they take the listing. Some buyers have told me that it's their intent to not have a buyer's agent and to convince the seller or the listing agent to give them the broker agency fee. Well, actually in Virginia, that's illegal, and I have never run across any agent that would even consider doing that. While we're going through this process, you need to obtain your home loan pre-approval. Why? Simple. Most sellers require it before they even let you in their house. It shows your level of commitment and your ability to actually buy the home. In addition, what if you were to find a home you like and you don't have your pre-approval and you want to make an offer? Few, if any, homeowners will even consider accepting an offer from a buyer that does not have a pre-approval. Some of the common objections I hear from home buyers is, once I hire you, am I required to buy a home? No, you're not required to buy a home. The buyer-broker agreement simply outlines my obligations and duties to you should you choose to hire me. You're nowhere in the contract are you ever obligated to buy a house. Another concern is, but I want to be able to see all properties listed for sale in this marketplace, not just the ones listed by your firm. In our marketplace, all the brokerage firms have an agreement that we show each other's properties. So you can rest assured you will be able to see any home for sale in the marketplace. Another concern is, I don't want to get stuck in an agency agreement. Well, you're not really stuck. The agency agreement is required by law before we can show houses, but you have the option as a consumer to end that agreement at any time you choose to. And my favorite of all objections is, I know agents who don't require any of this paperwork or require me to have a pre-approval before we look at homes. Well, I don't know how to answer that, except why would you want to work with an agent that blatantly ignores the law, except to say to you, good luck. But if you do want to work with somebody who is detail-oriented, I'm the agent for you. Thanks for watching.